From our vast domestic markets to a competitive business environment to the most innovative companies in the world, America believes our strength comes from an economic system that encourages and rewards ingenuity, entrepreneurial spirit, and innovation. The American economic model remains the single greatest engine of growth and shared prosperity that the world has ever known. Having passed my one-year anniversary as the United States Ambassador to Singapore, from my observations here and interactions with hundreds of business and government leaders in this region, I am persuaded that the 21st century will be an Asian century, and I have no doubt that an Asian century will prominently feature the continued economic rise and increasing global influence of Southeast Asia. As Asia's century continues to unfold, the story here in Asia will continue to be the showcase that United States as a central player because of our enduring partnership and our ever-increasing commitment to the success, well-being, and security of the people of Asia. This is because it is the successful interaction between our two great spheres that will shape the economies and the politics of our times and for years to come. And the security and prosperity of the United States is very much linked to the peaceful and development of the Asia-Pacific. The numbers behind our engagement in the region truly make the case that U.S. economic engagement here is expanding, not waning. Economic engagement is much more than trade. In a bigger way, it's about investment. Investment is a sure indicator of a long-term commitment to and a belief in the future of the region, its people, and an enduring relationship. United States foreign direct investment in Southeast Asia is at a whopping $204 billion, and that is greater than the FDI from China, Japan, and South Korea combined. That in itself speaks volumes about the depth of the U.S. presence in the region, and investment goes both ways. The United States attracts more FDI than any country in the world. These trade and investment relationships, in many cases built up over decades and even a century, have helped provide goods and services, disseminate technology and innovation, and create employment opportunities for hundreds of thousands of people here in Southeast Asia and in the United States. So let's talk about Asia's emergence alongside America's continued leadership and partnership. Some argue that the rise of other countries will diminish the importance and relevancy of the United States in the Asia-Pacific. I strongly disagree. I believe the trajectory of the U.S. diplomatic, military, and economic engagement all suggest the opposite. Nor, might I add, are these engagements zero-sum. And while I recognize that rhetoric alone is insufficient to overcome the doubters, I'd like you to consider 4 questions. Which country continues to attract an endless stream of students, entrepreneurs, and immigrants from all corners of the globe? Which country is undergoing an energy revolution that promises to change the trajectory of its manufacturing base and other key sectors? Which country has a rich and diverse roster of globally leading companies which, through their high standards of corporate governance and innovation, are actively recruited and welcomed around the world? And finally, which country do people reflexively look to and count on for unconditional aid and relief when struck by a natural disaster or crisis? As President Obama said on September 10th, America is in a better position today to seize the future than any other nation on earth. Our technology companies and universities are unmatched, our manufacturing and auto industries are thriving, energy independence is closer than it's been in decades. For all the work that remains, our businesses are in the longest uninterrupted stretch of job creation in our history. The relative size of economies may shift. The capabilities of rising powers may expand, but effective power, enduring influence, and the goodwill that flows from genuine friendship derives from more than GDP and defense budget statistics. I would argue that as long as the United States remains the answer to my 4 questions, our #1 position, our primary relevance, and our essential presence in the Asia-Pacific region and the world is secure.